Been lost to the war, shot me dead. I was lost and I said to the voices in my head, I'm gonna get up again. I'm gonna get up to another day. I'm not giving up again.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's makeup look is going to be using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I created this kind of look. I wanted to go for greens and warms, and I did a little pop of gold on the lid. I wanted to create another fall makeup tutorial, and I know a lot of you guys have this palette, so I figured why not use this palette. I love it so much. It is just such a beautiful must-have fall palette. I love it. If you guys are new to my channel, I like to post videos typically 2 to 3 times a week, and I post things from makeup tutorials to fashion videos, clothing hauls, just like reviews and all that stuff. So if you guys are new, I would love if you would subscribe it down below. But if you guys want to see how to recreate this look, then let's just jump right in. So I just concealed my eyes and then set them with some setting powder. Alright, so for the first shade, I'm going to go into Jaclyn Hill's palette, and I'm going to be using this color right here. And I'm just throwing that into my crease, just as like my starting shade. Alright, so next I'm going in with the shade Butter. That is the color right there. I'm just taking that on the same brush that we were using. This is a Kylie brush, by the way, and I'm just going to put that right into the crease again. Now I'm taking this shade right here, it's kind of like a red brown, taking that on the same brush, and I'm just going to put that again right into the crease. You guys, I just finished watching Shameless on Netflix, and I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you aren't done with this season yet, but I am so like disappointed with how it ended. It was just kind of like weird how it ended. Does anybody agree with me? I feel like the ending was just so weird. So now I'm just going to take a brush from Morphe, and I have a bunch of translucent powder on this. I stole this trick from Jaclyn Hill, and I'm just going to stamp this right underneath, right here. And what this is going to do is give you a really clean look without getting super messy. So I'm just stamping that right there. You can use tape if you want, but I just think this is a lot easier. So yeah, anyways, what I was saying, Shameless, I love that show so much, but I was kind of just thrown off by the ending. So now I'm going to swap out to a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to go into this dark green shade right here, get that on my brush, and then I'm going to tap off the excess. And I'm just going to focus this in the outer corner, but I'm not moving my brush around too much because I don't want to lose control. I don't want this to go like everywhere. So I'm just going to focus this just on the outer corner, and I'm also going to bring it slightly into the crease, whatever's left over on the brush. We don't want it to be too much green. So what I'm doing is just getting the most color on the outer corner, and then I'm just going to drag whatever's left over into the crease, and then also I'm kind of bringing it into this inner portion right here. But we still want that kind of red brown to pop through here. I like to go back in between with no additional product and just make sure this is really blended. So now I'm just going back in with that green, and we're going to repeat. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's like this fiery orange red shade, and I believe that's called Hunt. And I'm going to take that on my brush, and I'm going to put this right where the transition shade was and where the green meet, and I'm just going to warm this up quite a bit. So now I'm just going to go in with this brush right here. You guys can use any brush. I don't even know where I got this brush from because I'm not familiar with the brand. But I'm going to go into this green right here. It has like that really pretty kind of emerald green shade, and it has definitely a frost to it. And I'm just going to take this onto my brush, pack that on, and I'm going to spray it with some setting spray to get it really wet, and this is going to make everything more intense. And I'm going to put this right onto the lid here. I'm going to go in with this gorgeous gold right here, and I'm going to pack that onto the same brush. I wiped off the leftover green. And I'm just going to spray that brush again with the gold, and I'm going to go right on top of that color we just did, but I'm just going right in the middle. I wanted to give the eye like a lot of dimension, and I was initially just going to do the green. I decided I wanted to kind of switch it up and put some gold in there. So once that's on the lid, I'm just kind of blending the edges into the green. And then I'm gonna go in with a smaller kind of pencil brush, and I'm gonna go back in with that same green, and I'm just going to go back in and make sure that we build that back up in case we lost any of it. And I'm just going to blend the edges with that. So now I'm just going to wipe away that powder. So I'm going to go back to this shade we initially started with, get that on my brush, and really go over these outer edges to really just make sure it's blended. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's the first one in the palette. I'm going to highlight the very, very highest point of the brow bone with this. This is a very intense shadow, so I just want it right at the highest point, and then I'm just gonna kind of blend this down so it's not too harsh. Now, just to bring a tiny bit more green, I'm gonna take this shade right here, and this is more of like a blue green, but I just want to add a little bit more, so I'm just gonna take that on my brush, and I'm just gonna lightly apply that. So I'm just going to line my eyes with this Wet n Wild liner, and I'm going to create a wing, and I'm just going to apply some false lashes. These ones have been my favorite. They are from Pure, and I will leave them linked down below, but I'm just going to do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that we are back with our lashes on, I'm going to apply some green eyeliner. This one is from ColourPop, very affordable. It's in the color Teaspoon. I thought this was so pretty with the emerald kind of like eye look that we got going on. So I'm just going to apply this into my waterline. So that is what the green eyeliner looks like, really pretty. I'm going to finish my foundation and then come back to the eye. So let's get to the face. Okay, so for my foundation, I'm going to, as you can see, my skin is a lot tanner than my face because I've been self-tanning, and I don't self-tan my face. So we're gonna fix that with some foundation. But first I'm gonna go in with this primer. This is by Laura Mercier. This is the Radiance Primer. So amazing. I highly recommend this if you have dry skin and you really need that moisture. So I just like to kind of like pat this onto my face. Alright, now once we have that blended, I'm going to use a newer foundation that I just bought, but I tried it yesterday and I'm obsessed with it so far. This is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. This stuff stayed on my skin for a long time, and I did mix it with this. This is new, I believe. This is by Rimmel, and this is their Insta Flawless Perfecting Radiant Skin Tint, and I got medium dark just so I can mix it with foundations, and I love this actually so far. It has like a matte finish to it. There's no shimmer or anything in it, so I like mixing it with this foundation. This foundation is in Buff Beige, so it's a little too light for me, so I like to take this and mix it like that. That's kind of a lot actually. So I like to mix that on the back of my hand, and then I apply it with my beauty blender. So what do you guys think about my lighting? I recently today was playing with it, and I've been noticing that my videos look a lot like really like pinky toned and not really the natural color. So I've been trying to mess around with my white balance, so I chose the setting Auto White Balance on my camera, and I think it looks a little better. It does have more of like a warmer tone to it because I do have a warm light in here above my head, so I think that's why. But I think that it's more true to color rather than my other videos, so let me know what you guys think. If you think the other lighting was better, I can always just set it back, but it was throwing me off how kind of pinky toned my other videos were. So let me know what you guys think. I feel like this lighting's a little bit more like true to color. What do you guys think? Let me know. As you can see, I'm matching my neck a lot better than I was. Oh, and if you guys were curious, I do have a shirt on. I am not sitting here filming in the nude. I can't stand foundation lips. Better. So, I've been trying new concealers. Well, not new, but I've been trying to switch up my concealers because all I use is the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm getting kind of bored of it even though it's so good. So I was trying to mess around with some new concealers. Not new, I keep saying new, but you know what I mean. So I used these two together yesterday, and I really liked the finish of it. This is really affordable. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This one's in the color Light Pale. So I'm just going to put this right under my eyes, kind of in like a triangle. Go down my nose, put some on my forehead, my chin. And then I'm just going to take a dab of the Naked Skin, and I'm just going to put this right here, just to kind of brighten. And then I just like to take the Beauty Blender and kind of switch it to the other side that we are using our foundation and go over that just to make sure it blends into the foundation seamless. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the under eyes with some RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm just going to put this right underneath my eyeballs. I'm just going to blend that out right away. I'm not going to let that bake or anything. I find that if you let it bake for too long, it can make your under eyes look really dry. So I like to just set it really quickly. I like to take that and just put it in my smile lines. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring you guys back to my eyes so we can finish the lower lash line. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in back with that palette. I'm just going to take a small brush like this. I'm going to go into this shade right here, Hunts, and I'm going to take that right underneath the green. Bring it all the way in. And then just for a little dimension, I'm going to go back into that really dark green shade. And I'm just taking any kind of angled brush, and I'm going to hug my lash line with this. Go back in with the shade that we used right there for our brow bone. Take that and I'm going to put it right on the inner corner, or right on the tear duct area. Now you just have to do some lower mascara, so I'm just going to quickly do that. Okay, so to finish off the face, I just have to set the rest of my face because this foundation does not dry like completely down. It does feel a little sticky. So I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics foundation, Celebration Foundation Powder. This is in medium, so this will give you a little bit of extra coverage, but I don't mind it. So I'm just going to take a big e.l.f. Kabuki brush and I'm just going to blend this onto my face. So now I'm going to bronze up the skin. I'm going to be using my favorite right now. This is the number 7 bronzer in Maple Bronzer. We are going to contour, but lately I've been liking to warm up my skin first and then I can kind of go in and contour after. I don't know what it is. It makes the contour a little bit easier in my opinion. So I'm just going to take this on a Morphe R2. This is my favorite bronzing brush at the moment. I love the way it packs on color and it blends out amazing. So definitely recommend this brush. Alright, now I'm just going to contour a little bit. This is nothing new. I'm just going to go in with my Benefit Hoola. You can buy this individually. This one is just in this big book that I got. I like to actually take the brush that it comes with and just slightly draw a line. I don't come any further than the corner of my eye because then it can start to look a little unnatural. So I like to just take this and barely hit it right here. Now I like to contour my nose just a little bit. Okay, so now that that's done, I like to go in with that same brush that we were using and I like to just carve out my contour. So I like to just follow straight down to my mouth. Now while that sits for a little bit, I'm going to go in and apply my blush. This is going to be the first time I'm trying this, so I'm a little nervous. This is the Studio Makeup blush, but it's a loose blush. And it's called Luminous Loose Blush. So I've never used like a loose blush powder before, so I'm a little nervous. This could ruin the whole look, but I'm just going to get that on my brush and tap it off. It's really, really pretty actually. And it goes really good with this makeup look. Wow, I really actually like that a lot. Ooh, ooh. So now I'm just going to apply my highlight. I'm going to go in with the Desi and Katie Joseph Colors Fuego highlighter. This is so pretty. Everyone always asks what highlight brush I use, and this is the Morphe M510. And I like to just put this right on the cheekbones. I've been trying to like just focus it right in this area. Sometimes I can do it a little too heavy, and I like to put a little bit above the brow bone so that it kind of matches. As you can see, it's just a beautiful gold undertone. I love this highlight so much. Does anyone else have a highlight side that they highlight better? I think mine's on this side. I feel like everything I can do better on this side. I don't know what it is. I'm going to take that with my finger and just dab that right on the tip of my nose and then right down the bridge. So on my Cupid's bow. To put a tiny bit on my chin and also my forehead, just a little bit. Now I'm just going to wipe this away. Now all we have left are lips. So I recently talked about this liquid lipstick in my recent upload, which was my fall must-haves. I just talk about a bunch of products that I love in the fall. I will link that up here for you guys. But I did mention this liquid lipstick. I think it's such a good formula. It's my favorite formula for liquid lipsticks by far. But this color is really pretty. It's called Stepping Out. So I think I'm going to go with this one today. It has like a moussey texture and I just love the way this applies. So I'm just going to go in and apply that straight to my lips. As you can see, this liquid lip is Such a beautiful matte, but it doesn't look drying, and it's super, super comfortable. I really, really like this color with this look. I was so tempted to put this gloss over it because it has this beautiful kind of gold flecks in it, but I don't know if I should. I feel like I like the matte look, but I like the gold to go with the gold eyes. I don't know what to do, guys. I think we're gonna just leave it matte like this. I'm gonna set my face with this Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, but then I'm gonna actually set my face with the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I don't know if this really sets your makeup. I think it just gives you that really pretty like luminous look, but I don't know if it really sets your makeup, so I'm gonna do both. So this completes this look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and try it out for me. I would love if you guys would tweet me or, you know, Instagram me your pictures of this recreation. Obviously, you guys can switch up this look with a lighter lip, a darker lip. You can do whatever you want, but I was feeling really inspired to do another fall look, and I wanted to use greens and kind of warm shades, so this was what I came up with. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up if you guys like videos like these, and also if you want more looks using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I know a lot of you guys have this palette, so I would love to create more looks with it. Just let me know down below what you guys would like to see. And that completes this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!